Archangel Michael says, I've been watching for 2 hours to inform you this because this second changed into chosen in heaven. Your life is status on the threshold of something so notable, so unexpected, that even the enemy who has been tracking your door will fall again in disbelief. This isn't just another message. That is a turning factor. This is not a joke. You are not only a name on a list. Your call has been whispered in divine halls. It has been echoed through geographical regions unseen, and today, June 22nd, something irreversible is being launched over your life. God says, prevent doubting what I'm doing. You have requested me, why does it take see you later? And I tell you now, I was building it in mystery to shield you from the ones watching in silence. Archangel Michael has been dispatched not just as a messenger, but as a witness to something supernatural. This is about to explode into your existence. The enemy wanted you to skip this. The enemy planted distractions all day. They moved human beings to call you. They pushed interruptions simply so that you could no longer open this, due to the fact this message is set what is ready to be unlocked to your desire. You do not even see how close you're. You experience like giving up due to the fact your eyes have grown weary from looking into empty area. However, what you cannot see is what is surrounding you even now. Angels are putting matters so as. People are being shifted. Choices are being altered in rooms you don't even understand exist. Today is the day while the heavens took your case out of hiding. Nowadays is the day that the delay become acceleration. Archangel Michael says, your call was not most effective referred to as, it became shouted. And whilst it became spoken aloud inside the courts of heaven, the whole lot that was locked due to your beyond, due to what they said about you, due to the delay tactics used by the enemy, it all broke open. I was awaiting the right moment. And this second, this very hour, become appointed just for you. God says, what I'm about to do isn't small. This isn't a seasonal blessing. That is a life-changing shift. I'm rearranging the route earlier than you. Things are going to begin going on so speedy you will experience like you're in a dream. Individuals who disregarded you'll begin to attain out. Those who as soon as shut you out will now appearance to you for answers. But I caution you, no longer anybody who returns is supposed to stay. No longer each door that knocks is supposed to be opened. You have to use discernment now extra than ever. Due to the fact along with the blessing comes exposure. I am exposing hearts. I'm revealing intentions. And someone close to you may be discovered in a manner as a way to damage you, but it's going to also loose you. The enemy has tried to postpone with the aid of the usage of familiar voices. They advised you, perhaps it is now not for you. They stated, don't wait too lengthy. However, I inform you currently, they had been incorrect. Because the promise I remodeled your existence become no longer conditional based totally on their approval. I chose you before you had anything to show. I chose you once they counted you out. And now, the whole lot I stated is coming to life. The imaginative and prescient will no longer wait. Archangel Michael says, he stood within the doorway of your step forward for 2 hours, guarding it from the forces that tried to intervene. You almost misplaced this blessing because of exhaustion. But I carried you inside the Spirit. You do not know how many assaults had been cancelled because heaven fought in your behalf. The communique you overlooked, it changed into meant to distract you. The individual that blocked you, that turned into protection. What you concept was rejection become my redirection. God says, the individual you preserve considering, they're being stirred. They're now not dozing like they used to. They're being disturbed in the night time with visions of you. They are wandering the whole lot they concept they understood. Due to the fact I am reordering their heart. The only you notion forgot you may recall you. The one who hurt you'll be brought to their knees. However, I'm no longer doing this for revenge. I'm doing this to bring healing, closure, and fact. Your call is on something big. A deal, a advertising, a verbal exchange, a divine alignment. It is closer than you recognize. But I needed to hold it hidden till now. I had to prepare the degree so the enemy could not sabotage it. Now, the curtains are growing. You're approximately to stroll into a divine moment, however listen intently, don't look again. The instant you step into what's beforehand, what is in the back of you will lose its energy. Archangel Michael says, your non-secular account has been credited. You sowed in silence. You gave while you have been damaged. You helped folks who might in no way help you back. And heaven recorded it all. Now the reward is being released. But more than that, the honor is returning to your call. They spoke lies about you. They stated you will in no way recover. However I, the Lord, say you'll upward push in front of the equal mouths that tried to bury you. God says, your property is converting. Even as you study this, there may be motion going on within the environment of your property. A few things that brought struggle are being lifted. Spirits of confusion are being silenced. Monetary walls are falling. I am bringing ease to your private home. The anxiety will dissolve. The stuff you could not talk about, I can now carry to mild in love, no longer in chaos. Peace is returning. You are not too overdue. You have not neglected it. You aren't at the back of. It is the lie of the enemy. It is why they attempted to distract you from this message. However, I called you right here on reason. Because the shift is already occurring. Whether you consider it or no longer, the symptoms will appear. You will see things lining up. Unexpected messages. Apologies. Contracts. Encounters. Dreams. Divine guidance. Watch how rapid it begins. Archangel Michael says, this transformation will start quietly but will erupt suddenly. People will say, how did it show up so speedy? But they might not apprehend the 2 hours of waiting, the years of suffering, the silence you persevered, and the faith you held whilst you had every cause to surrender. They may not understand the war. However, heaven knows. And now, heaven is rewarding. God says, do not tell every person what I am doing, but some things must continue to be in silence. Your elevation will announce itself. You don't need to provide an explanation for anything. I'm able to show it myself. Let the effects speak. Permit the transformation be the answer to every mocking voice. You do not need to respond. You simply want to get hold of. I'm liberating a name to you. A person who has been watching you from afar. They were unsure how to method you. But I've been softening their heart. They may be coming to you now not with pride, but with truth. You may know them via their movements, no longer their phrases. Be ready for this connection. It has cause. It has destiny. You aren't forgotten. You had been by no means forgotten. Each tear, each prayer, every second you stayed silent and sturdy, it has all been accrued. And now am I returning it elevated. Count on the unexpected. The very factor you thought changed into misplaced is returning. But now not within the antique shape, in a brand new, better form. I am not recycling antique pain. I'm rewriting the complete tale. Archangel Michael says, this message changed into blocked more than one instances before it reached you. Spiritual battle intensified around this phrase. It is why you felt heavy nowadays. This is why strange things show up earlier than this moment. Because the devil is aware of what's on the opposite aspect of your yes. But now you are right here. And it's performed. God says, this is not pretty much you. What I'm doing will bless generations. Your obedience is unlocking doorways for people you have not even met yet. Your restoration is an affidavit in order to damage chains off others. I selected you to be a signal. And soon, they'll ask you, how did you live to tell the tale that? And your answer can be, only God. You are not on my own. You by no means were. Even in silence, I used to be with you. Even in confusion, I was guiding. Even in ache, I used to be restoration. You're my baby. And now I'm revealing what has been hidden for years. That is your second kind day, guys. Nowadays isn't like any other day. This second isn't like some other second. I'm the Lord your God, and I have selected this precise second to speak to you. Pay attention me now. Do no longer circulate. Do no longer scroll. Do not put off this, for put off is disobedience when my spirit is talking. Archangel Michael has been awaiting over hours. He has been looking over your house, circling, guarding, crying. Sure, crying. Because you ignore the urgency, because you neglect what I'm preparing. This message isn't an informal one. It's no longer amusement. This is the sound of divine interruption. You want to open your heart before I knock again, and also you now not hear it. Something massive is transferring. There has been a non-secular earthquake underneath your name. Matters have been shaking behind the scenes. Names are being spoken. Your name has been whispered in meetings in which you are not gift. A person important is bringing your call into rooms you've got never walked in. They're amazed by the light related to you. They don't understand it. But I do. Due to the fact I positioned it there. Don't try and act as if you recognize how this ends. You do not. You cannot expect what I'm about to do. You can't manage the step forward. This is headed to the doorstep. Archangel Michael is standing at your gate. And he isn't by myself. He is sporting scrolls. Certainly one of them includes your restoration. The alternative carries the removal of the only blockading it. I am God. I do now not ask permission to bless you. I do not need votes to anoint you. And I truly do no longer seek advice from your enemies earlier than I elevate you. The cause matters have felt behind schedule is due to the fact I was not simply getting ready you. I was additionally preparing the publicity. Due to the fact the blessing has your call, however so does the truth. And I'm able to no longer provide you with a present that is surrounded by lies. Kind Amen to get hold of your blessing 333. You don't know what has been occurring inside the spirit, but the enemy does. He is aware of you have become near. He knows you are approximately to step right into a destiny shift that no demon can delay. This is why the war expanded. This is why you felt tired for no reason. This is why you cried even if nothing looked incorrect. Due to the fact your soul felt the tension of transformation. I have waited 2 hours. I have waited 2 years. I have waited generations. And now I say sufficient. Enough of fear. Sufficient of silence. Sufficient of letting others speak over your name. I, the Lord, communicate now. And my voice breaks each curse. My voice silences each plan of misunderstanding. My voice releases the final phrase over your state of affairs. Do not try to bypass this. It's far most effective for you. Do not ahead this. Do not proportion it as though it is popular. This phrase is surgical. It is attached to a moment you prayed approximately whilst nobody knew. Understand that night time? You notion I wasn't there. You idea the partitions have been silent. However I heard it. And these days, June 20th, I'm responding publicly to a private pain. Type A guys to confirm your blessing 777. Someone goes to reach out to you inside 3 days. And they may be no longer coming for informal verbal exchange. They carry keys. Divine keys. This is the person I've assigned to push you into the next degree. You idea they forgot approximately you, but they were being spiritually told. Their delay become my design. And now, it is time. You will feel discomfort. Change always requires movement. However, do now not worry the unknown. I am already there. I have walked in advance of you. I am getting ready the hotel. I am preparing the assembly. I'm making ready the tears that will grow to be laughter. A person will cry once they see you once more. Due to the fact they concept they might by no means get the hazard. But I am the God of reunion. I am the God of full circle moments. Type A guys to release the doors 999. There may be someone in your beyond who has been looking you from the shadows. They see your call growing. They see humans noticing what I've placed in you. And jealousy has begun to develop of their heart. They want what you deliver, however they do not need your procedure. They want the mild, however they overlook the crushing. And that is why they'll fail. Due to the fact I do now not bless shortcuts. I want you to prepare. Tonight, the environment around your property will shift. You could feel chills. You may feel emotional. Do now not be afraid. That is my presence shifting fixtures inside the spirit. That is my spirit transferring matters that had been blockading your readability. You aren't losing your thoughts. You're awakening. Welcome to the following stage. There might be massive adjustments. This isn't a small blessing. This is the kind of shift that makes humans marvel how it passed off. That is the form of exchange that flips the bankruptcy and closes the door in your vintage battles. You will take a look at what once harmed you, and you'll not bleed. You will look at what as soon as confused you, and you'll now apprehend. I am the author, and I simply became the page. Kinda are meant to enter the new chapter 444. Do no longer cross-return to what I added you from. Do not textual content the one I eliminated. Do no longer reopen the wound I simply healed. There is a motive the postpone ended now. Due to the fact you're ultimately ready. Prepared for me. Equipped for the actual. Ready for the unexplainable choose that isn't always based totally on resume or training. It's far based totally in your heart, and you stored it natural. This is why I am blessing you. Due to the fact you didn't curse them when you had the threat. You did not reveal them while you held the proof. You stayed silent while your pain wanted to scream. I noticed it. I wrote it down. And now, I repay. Get equipped. You may wake up to messages that shock you. Possibilities that do not make experience. Invitations that feel not possible. However, that is the factor. It smiles me. No longer you. It is my power, not your method. I did it this manner so that you ought to by no means say it was your plan. Type Amen to free up the not possible 111. Someone is speaking approximately you proper now. Not in the back of your lower back. In front of have an impact on. They're mentioning your call in assembly you by no means knew existed. They're inspired by means of you. However, extra than that, they may be spiritually drawn. They don't know it yet, however they're approximately to end up a chief part of your tale. Due to the fact I touched their heart once I confirmed them your call. There may be a divine reroute taking place. The plan new idea changed into final is being rewritten. A relocation is being whispered. A romance is being realigned. A resource is being launched. You aren't late. You are not forgotten. You are precisely within the timeline I designed. Don't compare. Do not whinge. Just prepare. Type A guys in case you're ready to get hold of 222. There is a person coming again. You may no longer want to pay attention this, however you need to. Due to the fact their go back might be specific. They're now not coming with delight. They may be coming with tears. They're not returning to hurt. They may be returning to heal. I've handled them. I have proven them visions. I have damaged their conceitedness and softened their coronary heart. But I may not force you. I provide you with free will. All I ask is that you pray. And after they appear, don't respond with ache. Respond with expertise. Due to the fact this isn't approximately romance. It's approximately recovery. And I will give you peace regardless of what you pick out. Type Amen if you trust my will. 555. You have requested me for signs and symptoms. And I have given them. But now, I ask something from you, obedience. Even if it doesn't make feel. Even if it expenses you your consolation. Because on the other aspect of obedience is the overflow. And I'm no longer sending trickles. I'm sending rivers. You'll not lack. You'll no longer settle. You will overflow. This blessing is not just for you. It is to your lineage. It's for the own family that mocked you. It is for the child that watches you. It's for the neighbor who would not trust but. When I bless you, I make a declaration. I use you as a billboard of grace. Get equipped to shine. Type Amen to confirm divine overflow. 888. Don't skip this. Don't fake you didn't examine it. Don't act like your heart failed to just jump. It is not emotion. That's affirmation. I am speaking, and your soul knows it. You have God waited. You have suffered. You have persevered quietly. But now, I announce loudly, your praise is right here. This message was for you. Dispatched by using the mouth of the most excessive. Carried with the aid of the palms of Archangel Michael. Confirmed in the courts of heaven. Nothing can forestall it now. No witch. No word curse. No question. No put off. What I have spoken, I will perform. Kinda guys, in case you get hold of all of this now, 0, 0, 0. And now, because the hour shifts and the religious veil lifts over your lifestyles, you have to recognize, the moment you type Amen, angels will circulate in actual time. They may be now not expecting applause. They're watching for your settlement. They had been stationed for at the moment, June 20th. That is why you kept feeling something became off this week. It is why your sleep became interrupted, your mind have been stressed, and your coronary heart felt heavy for no reason. It become religious labor. You were birthing something unseen. There is an angel at your window proper now. And he isn't standing empty exceeded. He's preserving a divine seal together with your name engraved in golden letters. This seal isn't decorative. It's far authoritative. It includes my signature. And once it is positioned upon your destiny, no voice, no room, no betrayal, no records, and no enemy may have the strength to undo what I decree. You have been asking, whilst will it happen? And I have been replying with, are you geared up? Due to the fact what's coming isn't something you could take care of with your vintage self. It's why I took time stripping things. It is why I permit people stroll away. It is why the isolation felt like a curse. However, it turned into never punishment. It become practice. Kind A guys to walk into the achievement 321. A contract is being torn up right now within the spirit. A person attempted to tie you spiritually to failure. Whether through spoken word, written signature, or covenant you by no means even knew was made, Archangel Michael has simply ripped it aside. The invisible rope this has been choking your development has been snapped. The heaviness on your chest will carry this night. The tears will not return day after today. A list is being restructured in heaven. The order is moving. In which you were ultimate, you're now growing to the pinnacle. No longer because of favoritism, but due to religion. You stayed unswerving. You didn't beg for shortcuts. You walked via the hearth and didn't curse me. And now, I raise you in the front of the equal ones who stated you would not make it. A person close to you is set to admit something. It'll shock you. It would sting at the start, however, do not run. Pay attention carefully. I orchestrated this confession because there are things you had to realize earlier than I take you to the next size. Some ties need to be cut. Some names want to be cleared. And a few truths want to floor before elevation can arise. Kind A guys to unlock the hidden confession 147. You are not who you was. And I need you to forestall figuring out with the antique version of yourself. The antique you tolerated lies. The antique you chased humans. The vintage you doubted your present. But the new you is ready to be celebrated by way of strangers. The brand new you is being diagnosed in geographical regions wherein even your circle of relatives by no means noticed you. I see your coronary heart. And that is why I have chosen this exact time to launch this message. You have been approximately to quit something essential. You have been about to surrender on a dream. However, this message intercepted your decision. This is your signal. Do not allow cross. You are nearer than ever earlier than. The very last push is the toughest due to the fact the promise is close to. Your name is being cleared. In locations in which they misunderstood you. In circles in which they slandered you. I, the Lord, am speaking to your behalf. And when I talk, each voice is going silent. I do not need proof. I am the proof. My glory to your life will make it simple. Even your doubters will make an apology with their silence. Kind A guys to silence the noise around your call 666. You are about to obtain a sudden call. Watch for it. It may now not include a label. It can even appear to be unsolicited mail or unknown. But the moment you pay attention the voice, you'll sense peace. This is how you will realize it's me in the back of it. I orchestrated it. I touched their heart and placed you on their thoughts. And now, they cannot shake it. Due to the fact my purpose is magnetic. A person is making plans to bless you secretly. They don't need you to recognize yet. They were asking questions about what you need. You may think no one notices your struggles, however I've been whispering your call into the ears of the willing. They will obey. They may show up. And you will recognize that I never deserted you. Get your own home in order. A traveler is coming. And this isn't always a normal visit. This person has been in pain themselves. However, they may be being utilized by me as a service of step forward. Do now not choose them by using their past. I have cleaned them. And their arrival marks the start of a prophetic shift to your place. Type A, guys, in case you're ready for Divine Visitation 202. There is a report within the works along with your call on it. Whether felony, monetary, or non-public, it has the power to open doors or near them. And I say today, it will be for your prefer. What became once denied will now be authorized. What was behind schedule will now be expedited. What become once stamped, no, will now be converted to, sure, because I've touched the system. Be careful who you vent to this week. Not every ear that listens is a coronary heart that loves. A few are gathering your phrases to use against you. Maintain quiet. Let me talk. Permit me screen. You do not should guard yourself anymore. Vindication is coming. And it's not coming through argument. It is coming through manifestation. Someone who once rejected you will try to return. No longer to love you, but to distract you. Be wise. Now not every go back is healing. A few returns are retaliation. They see your peace, and they want to disturb it. But I've given you discernment. You'll recognize. You will experience it. Believe the pain. This is me caution you. Type A, guys, if you're on foot in awareness 313. By means of this time next week, something you cried approximately will not harm. You'll examine the state of affairs and say, I cannot trust I once wept over this. Recovery is arriving quicker than predicted. Because you in the end gave me complete get entry to. I can handiest heal what you surrender. And this time, you honestly let it pass. There's a person you adore deeply who is looking you from afar. They're hurting. They want to talk, but they don't know how. I'm working on them. Don't pressure it. I am rearranging their thoughts, healing their trauma, and getting ready their go back. It may not be the way it changed into. It is going to be better if you both yield to me. This is not a funny story. Archangel Michael is not just delivering a message. He's guarding you this night. You can feel something heavy around you. That isn't threat. That is presence. The load of glory. The protecting of heaven. It's real. And tonight, it settles over your private home. Type Amen to get hold of the angelic masking 1111. Doorways are beginning. Chains are breaking. Cycles are ending. Tears are drying. Enemies are falling. Connections are forming. And most importantly, faith is rising. Your faith is the key. It doesn't want to be loud. It simply desires to be real. With mustard seed religion, you're unlocking generational shifts. You're building legacy. You're transferring your bloodline into blessing. This message will hang out the enemy, because it confirms what he feared. You did not surrender. You failed to end. And now, you are about to receive what you failed to even recognize you wished. A complete lifestyle's alternate. A religious upgrade. A divine launch. You'll flow otherwise. Speak in another way. Love in another way. Due to the fact I, your God, have marked you. June 20th will no longer be forgotten. It is going to be the day you point return to and say, this is whilst everything modified. I'm liberating a blessing so awesome that you may in no way confuse it with accident. It'll be divine. It is going to be undeniable. And it will likely be yours. Type Amen 1 closing time if you're equipped to walk into it without worry, surely, right now. It is just for you.